Half in the bag. Apes a poppin'.
What are all these chairs doing here?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Who's that guy?
Oh,
Oh, good, our beer is here.
yeah.
$6.50.
There you go.
I'll be back with your change.
Thank you.
Was that a waitress?
Yes.
What's going on?
Hey, how are you guys? Thanks for coming out tonight. Ready to make some laughter, Milwaukee? Yeah, it's time to laugh. I'm Rhoda Rodenstein. Let's get our Laughenstein on.
Was there always a stand-up comedian there?
So I happen to suffer from a disorder. Yep. It's called telekinesis. I just can't restrain myself from transporting from one place to the next. I think that's what telekinesis means. Or that's what my doctor says, because that's all my copay can afford. What? Insurance. Give me a high five. No?
Oh, Mr. Plinkett.
What?
Well, I wanted to ask what's going on here. What is all this?
Oh, well, money was a little tight this month, so I decided to turn my porch into a comedy club. It seemed like the most logical solution.
I happen to be in the bedroom getting intimate, you know what I'm saying? Whoops, teleported right inside my jam box, my boom box.
How are we supposed to get any work done on the VCR?
Fuck you! There's a 2-drink minimum. Goddamn assholes.
Thank you and good night.
Oh, at least that guy's leaving.
This is intolerable.
Yeah.
What's up?
Oh, hey.
Hey,
How's it going?
taking a break before the 10. Mind if I take my break here?
Fine with me.
Sure, yeah.
So you guys come here a lot?
Actually, we're here all the time.
Oh, awesome. You're hardcore fans.
No.
Yeah. So what do you do?
Oh, we usually just kind of sit around and talk about movies.
Oh, I just saw a movie.
Oh.
Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, it was like probably the best movie of 2011.
Wow, what was it called?
What's your number?
Oh.
I was thinking that maybe you'd want to be my date to my sister's wedding.
Are your parents gonna be there?
At my sister's wedding? I think so.
Just feels a little serious.
That's me. Before you judge me, you have to realize my dating life hasn't exactly been stellar.
Hey guys, welcome to Half in the Bag. I'm Jay.
And I'm Mike.
And this is not bullshit. We really did see this movie, the whole thing, from beginning to end, which I know is weird because it's likely that if you watch Half in the Bag, you've never had any interest in seeing this movie or other movies like it. But Rhoda, what is the plot of What's Your Number?
The plot of What's Your Number is Anna Faris is a young professional who realizes...
What? Young professional? No, she plays an ignorant slut.
Okay, she's had one penis in her too many and realizes that she doesn't want to increase her number of sex partners, so she goes back through her old boyfriends to find the love of her life.
It's time to face the facts. How many relationships do I have to have before I meet the right guy?
In America, 96% of women who have been with 20 or more lovers can't find a husband.
20?
That seems very high.
Maybe you just wanted Anna Faris to sleep with you.
Possibly. I wouldn't mind taking a ride on Anna's Ferris wheel.
Hey!
So, what's your number? Rhoda, what did you think?
Well, in terms of whether or not it's a good movie, the answer is no. But if you like rom-coms, then it's totally fine.
See, this is where I'll tell you your opinion is wrong.
Okay.
I don't mind, as I said before, I don't mind any genre of movie, as long as it's not stupid
Okay.
and horrible
Right.
and terrible. This movie was fucking awful in every imaginable way.
I locked myself out of my apartment. Do you mind if I use your phone?
When every guy you run into seems to be on the run, do you think the woman coming out of your apartment could have helped you with the being locked out problem?
When Harry Met Sally is a good movie. It's got good characters, good writing, and it's funny. And this is a movie that it's by the numbers every step of the way, where it's like within the first 2 minutes you know exactly what's going to happen, which maybe if it were funny that would help, but there's nothing funny in this movie.
The writing is like worse than a sitcom writing, and I mean everything about the movie is hideous.
I am not gonna sleep with one more guy until I am sure he's the one. That's disgusting, Donald. I dated him.
I like the predictability. I like knowing they're going to end up in together in the end. I don't even mind like being annoyed by it. Like I'm kind of amused by the horrible writing and like I like laughing at it. It's like Mystery Science Theater or going to see Flash Gordon. Terrible movie, terrible, but you still watch it.
Well, we've often discussed the difference, the fine line between bad and good bad.
Right.
Good bad is laughing at something.
Right.
That's just a failure. And,
Right.
and you enjoy it, like The Room or movies like that. But then there's bad bad where I don't see how you can derive any kind of entertainment value from it.
I consciously know that this genre is going to probably have all of those horrible elements. But at the end of the day, this is really the only genre that's about two people ending up together. And I already live life. Like, I already know that life doesn't happen like these movies, but these movies leave me with this like warm, sort of fuzzy feeling because I get to watch, at the end of the movie, these two people come together and connect. And it's like this beautiful, dumb, fairy tale, lovely, sweet thing. And that's all I need it to be. I can just emotionally relate to the film without intellectually processing all the other crap that went into the movie. And I feel like life is so full of just boring mediocrity that we don't get a lot of those movie moments. And these movies are specifically created to have catalysts lead up to the moment where action is taken, where someone has made a declaration that defines the rest of their forever.
Let me ask you this, though. Would you enjoy a rom-com if they didn't get together in the end, or if it had sort of a different feel to the ending?
Well, I think that that's when the elements that you're talking about come more into play. Like 500 Days of Summer, that's a rom-com, and they don't end up together. And it's more realistic, and you're kind of sad, but they still have that little moment at the end where you see he's going to end up with someone.
Well, how do you care about the characters, though, if they don't feel like real people the whole time? Like, I wouldn't care that if they felt like real people and the dialogue was realistic and the scenarios were realistic, I'd be like, oh, they got together at the end. That warms the cockles of my heart. But when they come off like flat cartoon characters
Or psychopaths.
then
Sure.
it's like, I don't give a fuck. Because, I do, despite popular belief, I do have a heart.
Oh.
And I do have emotions. Is that what they're called?
Yeah.
Emotions.
I feel like everyone else is moving on with their lives but me.
How do you know what you want? You don't know who you are.
I have to go to my sister's wedding alone.
I'll go with you.
You would do that?
Yeah.
Sometimes you can't live life by the numbers. You have to figure it out as you go along.
You can kind of compare this type of horrible schlock to stuff like, like a romance novel or a soap opera or
sure.
something like that. But those at least are written for a certain type of audience. They might be melodramatic, but they don't sound like they're written by like a 4-year-old. Like the intelligence level of the characters and the things they say. It's like that movie Friends with Benefits. I saw half of that movie. We had to walk out. It was so horribly offensive.
What is this?
It's a flash mob.
Do these people get paid for this?
No, they kind of just do it for fun.
It's like a gradient. It's just getting worse and worse. Like this one and the Friends with Benefits one, it puts rom-coms in like the worst possible form of entertainment for me. Because I was like, okay, a rom-com, it's a cutesy love story. Fine, that's cool. I'll go watch it. But watching it, it's like the bottom of the barrel. It's worse than like a Michael Bay movie in terms of like pandering and stupidity in the writing. Like the Woody Harrelson gay character in Friends with Benefits. He shows up and he's like hitting on Justin Timberlake and
Right.
he's like, I'm not gay, bro. He's like, well, I'm gay. I love shoving cocks in my mouth and getting fucked in my ass. And
You have a boat?
I live in Jersey, and I ain't taking no ferry. Unless it's out to dinner and a show. Bam!
Aren't we past that yet?
no, because there's a big dumb fatso in the audience with a tub of popcorn who's gonna laugh his or her.
Yeah, but I don't think that that's exclusive to rom-coms.
No, it's not at all. There's
Oh, I don't know. I've seen a lot of regular comedies that are fairly well written.
Well, there are, but then you think of, like,
they still have the gay jokes. They still have the like dick jokes. They still have the poop jokes. They still have like the potty humor
It
jokes.
depends on the context too, though. I mean, there's something like the 40-Year-Old Virgin or a comedy like that, where it's
You can do a smart dick joke,
Yeah.
and you could do a dumb dick joke.
Yes.
And this
and,
is
and
I
it's
just-
exclusively dumb.
it's the basis level of a character saying,
I
"I
guess-
like cock." That's the joke, and that's even not the gay stuff in this movie, but there was lots of moments where it's like, "Oh, that's the joke."
Again, it just comes back to this idea of like, I don't care. Like, I'm not looking for it to be a well-written dick joke.
Then
Like,
why-
yes, there's a difference between an Apatow movie and what's your number? Like, when I am going, I'm going for escapist entertainment. Like, I'm going for like the ridiculousness of that.
That's the cutoff for me as far as if I can get into it, or as if it feels just like completely pandering. Like I was saying before, the idea that a movie like this is written, and the people that wrote this, they couldn't have thought that this was like a charming romantic thing. They were plugging in all these elements
Sure.
to appeal to that audience, and it just feels really, really cynical.
It reminds me of, it's like fast food of movies. Like, it's there, it's quick, easy, and consumable by people. I'm so sorry. But like, it felt like they shot this movie over a weekend.
Sure.
Like, Chris Evans took a break. He had a week off in between shooting for Captain America and the Avengers, and he's like, "Yeah, Chris, you could crank this out in a week and get." And by the way, Chris Evans' performance is brilliant in this movie. He deserves an Oscar. Really, did you not pick up on that? That he's playing the whole movie sarcastically.
That layer of sarcasm.
Anna
It's
Faris
possible.
was doing her job, but Chris Evans was just. He was laughing at the movie in his performance.
performance?
And
He's like-
it was woven in there perfectly.
Wait. That's what this is about? You don't want to raise your number. That's why you won't sleep with me.
It was like an SNL skit of people in a bad romantic comedy.
Yeah, sure.
Where they're sort of wink in on the joke.
I'm done here.
Well, that's another thing that can kind of save a movie like this is the chemistry between the two leads, like if they're likable. Like I recently saw 50-50, which is a different type of movie, but it has a hackneyed love story in it. But the two are really good. Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Anna Kendrick, I believe her name is. They're both really good in it, and they're really charming, and you like them. And this movie, Chris Evans has possibly what that is. He felt distant, so maybe that was sarcasm. But Anna Faris really commits and is really trying to give a solid comedic performance.
Donald, what is you?
This is my fiance. She's a rocket scientist.
I'm marrying a scientist too. He doesn't look smart either. Is it possible that all my exes got better with time?
Like, I go into something like Away We Go knowing that I'm going to be like more intellectually stimulated and that it has an authentic purpose to the piece. Whereas something like What's Your Number, it is like eating fast food, and I happen to love Wendy's. Like, there's no way for me to argue about the quality of it except to just say I enjoy eating pizza. Like,
But not all fast food makes you throw up on yourself.
well, but that's a completely subjective perspective, Mike. Like, you hate it, I get it. You can keep telling me how stupid
Okay.
it is and how much you hate it.
I'm gonna stop you because you made a comparison, which Jay mentioned at the beginning of the screening. He's like, this is exactly how Bridesmaids open.
The opening is the exact same scene where she's in bed with the guy. He's still sleeping.
Oh, right, yeah.
She gets out and puts on her makeup and lays back in bed. So
Right.
he'll wake up and be like, "You look good in the morning." It's the exact same scene as Bridesmaids.
Well, there's a lot of other kind of similarities too. There's the scene
There's a wedding.
and the
Right.
pre-party scene where she's holding a bottle of wine.
Yeah, yeah.
Similar to that other scene where she's having a competition of who gives a better toast with the maid of honor.
Right,
But
right.
in Bridesmaids, it's so much more cleverly written.
The schmuck you went out with in high school, he was the biggest douchebag of them all. You know how Eddie broke up with her? He started dating her best friend, who's here tonight, by the way, Sheila.
It's really hard to pinpoint it, but there are some things that just are not funny, and it's hard to explain why something is or is not funny.
Yeah.
But you just know you're right when it isn't funny. For example, There's a scene in the film. The general premise is Mayan Bialik. Who's the main lead?
Anna Faris?
Anna Faris is
fuck
trying.
was that?
Anna Faris is trying to locate all of her boyfriends so she can see what they're up to because she doesn't want to sleep with any more people. She's already slept with her future husband. Blah 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 blah. Chris Evans lives across the street, across the hall, and he says he knows things about police detective work somehow, and he could help her find stuff.
Right.
But he goes, I know everyone's business in the whole apartment building. You were at a wedding reception, and the guy downstairs, he married his dog. and then we're like, oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
The guy downstairs married his dog. It does pay off later when she yells at the guy downstairs, go fuck your dog.
Stop fucking your
Stop
dog.
fucking your dog.
Get the jokes right, damn it.
But that was an hour later, and the joke early on was that the guy downstairs married his dog.
I get it.
But is that funny though?
No.
How about some dinner tonight?
Are you tracking down all your ex-boyfriends who don't go over 20?
I'll stop as soon as they fall in love.
Wow, I wouldn't have known I was gay if I hadn't dated you.
I find it shocking that a screenplay like this would get sold, but at the same time I don't, because it's just like, okay, does it have all the appropriate elements? Yes. Can we shoot it in a week? Yes.
Do we have the right stars attached to it?
Do we have the right start? And it's the movie isn't cynical, is story-wise, but everything about it is cynical. It's pathetic. It's pathetic. But if it churns out a profit, then they dump it in a dumpster and move on.
I know that I'm not perfect. And I want to be with somebody who appreciates me.
I understand movies are a business, and it's a little too businessy at this point to where it's almost a facade that's put up of humanity. Like, this is about people and relationships, and it's not.
But it's an extension of the idea, of a continued idea throughout society of like the pretty princess wedding and romance, and like it's not even just specific to this movie, it's specific to, like you said, those magazines, this like, I do think in some respects, even though they're better made, Disney films and like, at the end of the day, we as women are somehow gonna come and embrace what it is to be like beautiful and stunning, and we do so by finding this relationship, blah, 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 puke, puke, puke. But I find them really relaxing. I know exactly where they're going. I can go in there and just tune out. Like, I tune out. I just watch and I'm just like, this is ridiculous.
I take more personal offense.
I know you do.
I know it's just a product meant for a certain type of audience or whoever is dumb enough to pay for it, but when I'm watching it as just a human being, I guess
what I find so aggressive about the way that you're saying it is that you're saying, or someone who's dumb enough to pay for it. Well, that's me, and I'm not dumb. I'm making a choice to consume a fast food product that elicits a very negligible emotional response from me.
I understand guilty pleasures and liking things that are not well done,
Sure.
But I don't know. To me, it's like
I don't know. It's like that.
Like listening to a song where the singer is really singing horribly and the beat is all wrong, and you're like, that's very wrong. Like the guitar is completely out of tune or something. And like enjoying that and finding some enjoyment out of it.
You should give me your number. We should catch up. Hey, babe. Hey, you're looking good.
Real quick, I think it's weird. In the promo clips, they show Andy Samberg in a scene that they never even show in the movie.
Yeah.
Which that's kind of weird. It's sort of like they're using him to sell the film.
Yeah. Oh, I like Andy Samberg. Oh, he's not in the movie.
Right.
Tom Lennon's scene, he was a gynecologist. They probably shot it in 20 minutes.
Oh, let's see how things are going now.
Oh, Allie! Of course.
Do these actors in between takes just talk about how dumb this movie they're in is? Is that like what you talk about by the craft service table? Like, this is so fucking stupid, but man, I can't wait to get that check.
Hi, I'm Anna Faris.
And I'm Chris Evans.
And we're going to show you a clip from our new movie, What's Your Number?
We're starting off with a nice boob grab. Let's unpause it and see what happens.
But you know, you always see those like behind the scenes footage where they're all like gathering around the playback and they're watching it and they all laugh. And, and I just can't see that happening on this unless they're all faking it.
Oh, man.
Morning.
Morning.
Hey, you're out of toilet paper.
Okay.
Oh, did you make coffee?
Because as an adult, as a grown-up, this guy in the apartment downstairs, he fucks his dog. Like all these like seasoned actors and comedic veterans and professionals like going, you know, but it's like, okay, you could explain that plot in a 2-minute, 30-second trailer. You can show a couple of funny people in it, Anna Faris, Chris Evans, other celebrities, and go bam, package.
So in conclusion, Mike, would you recommend this movie?
Fuck no.
If you're really into rom-coms and you're sick at home and you don't have anything better to do, it's totally fine.
It is a movie.
Yep.
I would really, really recommend Bridesmaids.
What's your number?
Continued in part 2.